refuge in the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus. I take refuge in the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus. I take refuge in the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. To the Buddha, Dharma, the Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mothers and sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, the Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mothers and sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mothers and sentient beings. In particular, I must achieve enlightenment quickly in order to free all the numerous kind mothers and sentient beings from the unmeasurable oceans of samsaric sufferings and lead them to the peerless full enlightenment. For this purpose, I must listen and thereafter put into practice the teachings of the profound Buddha Dharma. Tayata Shami Shamewati Shamita Shatru Anguri Mangure Marichite Kerude Keyure Desawati Oloyani Vishuddha Nimale Parapanaye Kukure Kaka Krase Krasani Umuki Paramuki Amuki Shamitani Sawa Granda Bandanane Nikrihitwa Sawa Para Papatina Vimuta Mara Pasha Shihapita Buddha Mudra Anokatita Sawa Mare Pusha Parishite, because Satu Sawa Mara Kamani. I prostrate the gathering of Dakinis to the three places, coming from the supreme holy site of space enjoying, who have the powers of clairvoyance and magical emanations, and regard practitioners as their offspring. Aka Samarata Sataraja Maria Pe, Aka Samaraja Sandaraja Maria Pe, Aka Samaraja Sandaraja Maria Pe. Tayata kate para sam kate buddhisoha. Through the power of great truth, the words of the exalted three jewels, may all of us conditions be overcome. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. May all the evils, such as enemies, obstacles, hindrances, and adverse conditions be pacified. Shatim Korea Soha. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse harmful conditions. May everything conducive be obtained, and by the auspiciousness of everything good, may there be excellent happiness here and now. May our sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness as causes. May our sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering as causes. May our sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of supreme liberation. May our sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment, and anger to dear ones and aversion to others. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aim, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Reverently, I prostrate my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. Now I'm going to recite the Heart Sutra. Thus have I heard, when the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajgriha at Vulture Peak Mountain, together a great gathering of Sangha monks and a great gathering of Sangha of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the Samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination. At the same time, Noble Avalokiteshvara, Bodhisattva Mahasattva, while practicing a profound Prajnaparamita, also saw in this way. He saw the five skandhas to be empty in nature. Then through the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the noble Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva Mahasattva, how should a son or daughter of the noble family train who wishes to practice the profound Prajnaparamita? Addressed in this way, noble Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva Mahasattva said to the Venerable Shariputra, O Shariputra, the son or daughter of the noble family who wishes to practice a profound prajnaparamita should see in this way. Seeing the five skandhas to be empty of nature, form is emptiness, emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form, form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Shariputras, all dharmas are emptiness. There are no characteristics, there's no birth and no cessation, there's no impurity and no purity, there's no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there's no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eyes, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dharmas, no I dhatu up to no mind dhatu, no dhatu or dharmas, no mind consciousness dhatu, no ignorance, no end of ignorance up to no old age and death, no end of old age and death, no suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of prajnaparamita. Since there's no obscuration of mind, there's no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas were 3 times by means of prajnaparamita fully awakened to unsurpassable, true, complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of prajnaparamita, the mantra of the great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, the unequal mantra, the mantra that comes off suffering should be known as truth, since there's no deception. The prajnaparamita mantra is said in this way. Tayata om kate kate parakate parasam kate bodhiswaha. Thus, Shariputra, Bodhisattvas, Mahasattva should train the profound prajnaparamita. Then the Blessed One arose from the Samadhi and praised noble Avalokiteshvara, Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound prajnaparamita, just as you had taught, and all the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Shariputra and noble Avalokiteshvara, Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, the whole assembly and the world of his gods, humans, Asharas, and Gandharvas rejoice and praise the words of the Blessed One. Omahum, Omahum. Thank you, everyone, for reciting together. Now we shall be waiting to welcome Rinpoche.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us in today's Zoom Dharma teaching by Singha Rinpoche. All right, thank you, Anila, for leading us in today's prayers before teaching. All right, so as you know, all of us, we are now using Zoom for this teaching. So it's because Rinpoche really want to be able to connect and see everyone. So what we like to appeal all of us to please on our video so that later on Rinpoche is able to see us and we can have a very very close connection. We can see Rinpoche, we can wave at Rinpoche, and Rinpoche can see who is here so that he is able to speak to us and connect with us more deeply, all right? So may I request all of us who haven't on our video, please kindly switch on your video now. Thank you very much. And in very shortly, we'll be inviting Rinpoche up online to share with us today's Dharma teachings. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me? Good evening.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
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 各位晚上好。
晚上好。
好。
晚上好。
各位晚上好。
晚上好。
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Okay, I'm looking at all the I'm looking at everybody.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Kashtele Rinpoche.
So now we'd like to invite Anila to lead us in the mandala offering to Rinpoche. Thank you, Anila.
Yes, sure. Let's offer a long mandala offerings to request for teachings.
A short mandala, okay.
Oh, short mandala. Okay, sure. Joshua, short mandala. Om Mahong, Om Mahong, Om Mahong. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, four continents, sun, and the moon. Offer in visualization as a few Buddhas, may all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. The object of my attachment, anger, ignorance, my body, wealth, and enjoyments, without any sense of loss, I offer this collection. Please accept with pleasure and bless us to be free from the three poisons. Venerable Holy Gurus, in the space of a true body, from building clouds of wisdom and love, let fall the rain of the profound and extensive Dharma in whatever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Om Nidam Guru Randa Mandala Gam Niyatayami. Precious Guru, please grant us all the realizations of the path from Guru devotion, the completion of the training, the unified Vajra state. Please grant us blessings that our mind will become Dharma, that Dharma will become the path. The hindrances in the path may not occur. That may we cease all wrong conceptions and receive immediately the two precious bodhicittas. All right, let's greet our Rinpoche. Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
晚上好。
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
晚上好。
Good evening,
Good evening,
Rinpoche.
Rinpoche.
晚上好，师父。
Okay, so today I want to talk about Buddha nature. And then when it comes to talk about Buddha nature, somebody asked me, says that what is it that what happens if we we see faults see faults in the Sangha, in the Guru, and in each other. So what should we do? So and then coincidentally also today one of the question is can you teach us how to see the Buddha nature in people who arouse anger and make things difficult? Even sometimes we know that we are not wrong. How do we not suck into it? How do we not get sucked into it? So I thought this is a question that is in actuality is real. So I thought I want to share how do we I want to share how do we practice in terms of the viewpoint. So it's easy to say. It's very easy to say when you got the fault, then you will see the fault. Okay, it's easy to say. Or because we have this fault, then you will see the fault in others. But today I want to explain and present to you the presentation of why that is considered a logical reasoning. Okay, so the logical reasoning based on that, on why if you see the fault in others, it is because we have that fault. Okay, so I like everybody to mute your mic. Okay, so now you have experience within your own house, right? Just give me 1 minute. You have an experience within your own house that if you don't do anything, something happens, right? So what is it that will happen is that you will start to have dust, isn't it? If you don't do anything, something miraculously happen. This called dust. So on the other explanation, which many of us cannot or don't want to accept, is that when I see the fault in other people, when I see the fault in Sangha, when I see the fault in Guru, when I see the fault in monks and nuns, when I see the fault in each other, then it is actually I have that fault. Okay? What is the logical reasoning for that? What is the logical reasoning? Of course, why I'm saying is that many texts and many lamas and many people always like to explain it like that, So, oh, you see it because you have that. So now, I explain. So since if we don't do anything, we will have dust. If you continue to don't do anything, you have something even better. Okay, that is grime, right? Just like your kitchen, if you cook and if you don't clean the kitchen, somehow the whole kitchen become very sticky, isn't it? Right? Your kitchen cabinet, your kitchen stove, and the tabletop and everything will become not just dusty. It will become dusty and sticky. Now, what is Buddha nature? Buddha nature itself is like open space. It is the very air, let's say the very air that we breathe. It is this space. Now within all things, all compounded things, there is within all compounded things, there is air that exists in all compounded things. Even something that is very solid like bricks, right? Even within bricks, even within wood, there is air. Okay? So, when you have a statue of Buddha in your house, okay, and you don't clean, you don't clean, you don't do anything, after 3 months, would the Buddha statue become sticky? Will it become sticky? Will it be covered in dust? Not to forget, if let's say you burn oil lamp or candle and you burn incense, so the statue also will have something sticky things. Okay, so right now the main thing is this: we are thinking we are thinking you have this situation in your house, isn't it? Am I right to say that you have this situation in your house? Other people don't have this situation in their house. The truth is, everybody have the same situation everywhere. Everybody have the same situation everywhere. Now, the interesting thing is this. What is the interesting thing? The interesting thing would be the rupa, the Buddha statue, the Buddha's body in your house. Okay, will smell like the thing that you cook and the thing that you eat. Right? That's why, now you see, that's why if you are always a Indian family house, you will have an Indian curry smell in that house. Right? Malay family house, you will smell also some Malay cooking smell. Right? Chinese family house, don't clean, also you will smell something. Honestly. Right? But the Buddha statue is a Buddha statue. It is made of compounded things that form this Buddha statue. So when we say Buddha, I'm borrowing this Buddha statue, like for example, this let's say this picture of the Buddha behind Jane Yu, right? So you see Jane's background. There's one Buddha statue there, okay? Or Amos and Kim behind, then they have a Tara statue there, okay? So we just look like this, okay? Look at the statue. The statue is compounded phenomena, isn't it? Right? It is created by things thought of by human, thought of by human beings to create something that can become a tool to let us accumulate merit. Okay? So now, so therefore, if we seriously look at it, okay, all the Buddha statue, or I'm just using Buddha statue, okay, all the Buddha statue have a Buddha form and have the nature of emptiness, so therefore Buddha nature. The Buddha statue also have the nature of emptiness, isn't it? Right? Because it is created of something, dependent origination, compounded phenomena. Therefore, the Buddha statue, the Buddha statue itself also empty from its own side, but conditionally smelling like our house. So your Buddha statue will smell like your house. Right? If maybe Western cooking use a lot of butter and everything, then that statue definitely going to have those kind of dairy smell. Tibetan house will have a Tibetan house smell. right? Mongolian house have a Mongolian house smell, isn't it? So therefore, what we experience is clearly conditionally to ourself only. It is not because of an external phenomena. Similarly, we look at the same thing. If we look at if we look at Olympics, people who like sports, right, should be very, very happy with sports, isn't it? People who like sports should be very, very happy with sports, right? But the thing is that after the competition, if somebody win or somebody lose, the one that win will be very happy, the one that lose will be very upset. Okay, and the group that support the one that lost will always be very upset or very jealous of the group that won. So this itself also conditional. What does it tell ourselves? To remind ourselves, to remind ourselves means totally it is dependent on everybody's like or dislike. Okay, right view or wrong view, isn't it? Totally, this thing is just dependent on that. That's all, right? How many of you like to eat banana? Who likes to eat banana? Okay, I want to see. If you like, wave. Yeah. Just to see each other. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But I want to tell you something, right? My son, if he eat banana, his eyes will be swollen. Allergic to banana, right? So banana is nice. Banana is this, can make the pancake, can be this, can be that, But banana is dangerous for some people. Like mushroom is dangerous for some people. Okay? So the reality is there's no fixated truth. There's no fixated truth because it is your truth, it is his truth, it is her truth. So the main thing right now is this. Okay? Don't believe in anything. Don't believe in anything at what people say. Okay? Better to believe in what Buddha tell us, that to introduce us the nature of our mind. Okay? Lord Buddha taught us this. Introduce this ourselves to the nature of our own mind. Okay? And then when we understand that, we know everything, make our mind like the nature of the sky. Our mind actually is already the nature of the sky. You don't need to make it. But the thing is that our mind is very easily, like now some of you, your background picture have rainbow and clear sky. Some is a forest. Some, like I see Hui Ru, is the beach, and then after that I see like April one have a mountain. Okay, right? I see some like a Doje Hawan behind is a daytime. I don't know where is he. Okay, so the reality now becomes like this. Our mind becomes influenced by another idea. Okay, so when we say we practice Dharma, it means we want to practice that our mind is not necessarily, okay, when some ideas are introduced and some this and that and other people saying this and that, oh, immediately you take break. Okay, and what we do, we look at it and see, do we need to react or respond or not? Is there a necessity to react or respond or not? Because this is other people's idea and other people's experience, and it is not necessary, actually maybe not even nothing to do with you, but trigger ourselves to have other ideas of, oh, that person shouldn't be like this, that person say this, that person think this, that person feel that, So all these things suddenly make us become very, 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 very disturbed mind. What is the very clear sign of this? You want to know? Okay, a very clear sign of this is every time when there's going to be an election in any country, what happens? There's going to be an election in any country, what happens? Okay, they just want to make emotion. You see, the moment emotion come in, the mind becomes clouded. It's like this. Okay, so it becomes just like this. You only want to see blood and draw blood, and you want to take revenge, and you want to do it the right way, and you want to this and that. But this is so the reality. What is the reality? You see, so this is very clearly saying to us, emotion, mind, and all its emotions, okay, cannot lead us to enlightenment. Cannot. Okay? All emotions cannot lead us to enlightenment. So this one, number one, this first fact is very, very clear. As long as somebody emotional and this and that, okay, and then what happened when emotion come in? Clouded phenomena. Okay? Clouded thoughts, clouded feelings, clouded everything. Everything becomes cloudy because it becomes having all these kind of things. Okay, so we should understand that anything, as long as there is an emotion, so then we have to release this emotion. Try to, don't just drop. Somehow we always suddenly have a thinking, oh, drop this and that. It's not easy to drop, but let loose, relax and let loose. Okay? In Chinese, I say, 放松放宽自然放下. Okay? 放松放宽自然会放下. So this is something that is very, very clear for each and every one of us. Okay? That how do we let go? How do we let go of the grip? How do this and that is understand one thing. Okay? Everybody have their own karma. It's like if you cannot force a child who likes to eat fried chicken to become vegetarian, right? But main thing is, if the child wants to eat, let the child eat first. Then slowly you encourage and slowly this and that. This is a more skillful way. There is no definitive correct way, because you see, if there was a definitive correct way, then Buddha don't need to teach. Lord Buddha didn't need to teach 84,000 teachings. So this is something that is a very, very important for every one of us to reflect upon. There is no one way. Don't have. There is no one way. Even within Vajrayana Buddhism, there is a Nyingma, Sakya, Kagyu, Gelug. Okay, within that they have a sub lineages and sublines. Okay, and even the great masters also say, to be able to be of benefit to other people, even if you are a great scholar, even if you are everything, there's one thing that's called karmic connection. So how does karmic connection come about? Okay, karmic connection comes about knowing that all beings suffer. That's why the Chinese term 大慈大悲. Okay, great compassion, okay, and the heart and great sadness. Okay, because how does the great compassion come about? Okay, compassion can only come about first when you have 小悲, okay, or 悲伤, when you feel sad ourselves. Then how do you feel for others when you feel the sadness of others? Like this, step by step. So 大慈大悲从自己各自的痛苦而升起. Okay, so we need to have awareness. So what is important right now is we need to have some form of awareness for us to see and experience ourselves when it comes to see and experience for ourselves when it comes to suffering. Okay, and suffering is again subjective. Like for example, nice example is eating chili. Some people like to eat fresh cut chili. Okay, to add fresh cut chili in the food. Some people just cannot take any. So some people say, oh, is it spicy? Is it chili hot? This and that. How to explain? Okay, when everybody says that, oh, this one is very nice, this is very good, and this and that. So how to explain? It's impossible to explain the very nice and the very good. Okay, so from there, have the heart of sadness, and then you have the heart of compassion. Small compassion and great compassion. Slowly let the great compassion grow from small compassion. Okay, it cannot be immediate snap and then becomes, oh, I become Mahayana. It's not possible. Okay, so this is something that is very important. Okay, it's impossible. Oh, then so from there, that is my presentation for you. Okay, Buddha nature, the Buddha statue. Okay, using the Buddha statue to show the Buddha. Okay, the Buddha nature is in all of us. Okay, the Buddha statue is also compounded phenomena. Is this Buddha nature is in all of us. You have, I have. Are we Buddha yet? No. Are you Buddha yet? I don't know. Because if I'm not Buddha, I cannot recognize if you are Buddha or not. Right? Maybe you are Buddha to come and test me. You understand? But now let's, for the sake of turn around and to discuss, are you Buddha yet? Am I Buddha yet? Then let's put this way. As long as we are not Buddha, as long as they are not Buddha, people will always make mistakes. And it is through the recognition of other people make mistakes that you know that they are still continuing to practice. That is called excellent. Not practice and then say, I make mistake, I practice, it's so difficult, what do I do? Give up. You understand? I know I'm not good. I know I'm not perfect yet. I know I'm still not there yet. I know I make mistake. I know I did wrong. Okay? Like this. All of us, not just you, even I myself know. Okay? I know I break vows. I know I didn't, I was lazy. I didn't do my sadhana. I know I this, I know I that. Okay? My samaya broken this and that. I see faults in Sangha, I see faults in Guru, I see faults in Lamas, I see faults in each other. Break the harmony of each other, having some tension, this and that. But I'm still practicing. So therefore, excellent. You understand? Okay? 我们不要只是看人家的缺点 ，OK？ 就是最主要的就是要互相扶持，互相鼓励 ，OK？Supporting is something that is very rare. We are not doing competition here. Who become Buddha fastest? There's no possibility of who become Buddha fastest. Okay, or who is more famous, or who is doing good, and who is more educated, and who is this and that and everything. All these things doesn't matter. You know what? Something really matters is kindness matters. Compassion matters. Okay? So this is something that is very, very down to the roots, down to the root. Kindness matter, compassion matter. Okay, so many people know to study so much Dharma, and then after that indigestion. Why? Because how do you know it's indigestion? The Dharma they study becomes the very weapon to judge others. That's called spiritual indigestion or spiritual materialism. It's just a label that I just give a sticker like that. Okay? And all of us have been like that. All of us have judged other people. All of us have been judged. All of us have been listening to the gossips of others. And all of us also have gossip about others. So who is truly an angel? Who is truly never very so pure? Okay? So this is something that is important for each and every one of us to understand. So when it comes to that, understand that there is no perfect human being. Don't have, zero. Because only there is perfect enlightenment, only there's perfect Buddhahood. Okay? So that for that you can see, okay, a Buddha statue in different people's house based on different culture, different food habits. Okay, the Buddha statue will smell different, right? Those who eat a lot of those who are eat a lot of very strong smelling foods, okay, then the statue will definitely have the become sticky, become dusty, and then becomes grimy. Definitely, don't tell me not. Okay, so this is the nature of that. This is as the nature as such, right? So that's my presentation of that. Next question is, uh, I can feel deeply for beings who are going through tough times, which I have experienced, but I can only imagine how tough it must be in other cases. How do we truly understand and feel for the myriad of pain people go through? Uh, you don't have to feel the pain of others. We should all empathize, but if you should all empathize. Okay, if not every 15 minutes you will hear the chiming of the clock. Okay. Number one is this: when other people are in pain, you don't need to feel the pain of others. There's no necessity. If that's the case, did you feel Guru Rinpoche or all the other Buddhas and Bodhisattvas feeling your pain and then they are crying all the time? No, right? Okay. So that's itself is not the way to practice, to feel the pain of others. But we know how it feels. We empathize with them, but we don't need to get sucked in. Okay? Because ultimately, the key to your own suffering is yourself. The key to your own liberation is also yourself. We are the one that, for example, if you have a sofa, the sofa in your house has gotten soft and soggy, and every time you sit on the sofa, you get whole body pain. Who can help you? Only you can help yourself. Only you can go change the sofa. Okay? if your pillow is bad, if your mattress is bad, if your sofa is bad, only you can change your sofa and only you can go and test the sofa, right? Not anybody else. I cannot choose the best sofa for you. I cannot choose the best whatever anything for you. Okay, so to be Dharma practitioner doesn't mean that when somebody cry, you also need to cry. When somebody sick, you also need to sick. You also need to become sick. Then he says, "Oh, I'm very with you. I'm very with you." That's not the right way. Okay, if that's the way, every time you pray to Avalokiteshvara, 去寺庙拜观音菩萨哦，你每次心痛的时候，你伤心的时候，那菩萨一看到你哭，他也要哭啊，要不然那菩萨不灵啊，啊。Then it's become a not 佛教 but 汉包教. You know 汉包啦，汉包, right? If you go to temple and pray, if you're feeling sad, if you cry and the Buddha don't cry, then that temple is not divine. It's not sacred and divine. Right? Chinese call 汉包, no? Crying bun. Right? So it's the same thing. Right? If every time if you go to temple and you see the nuns and then you tell the nun your sad story and then the nun's supposed to cry at you every day, I tell you all the monks and nuns are everybody faint. Don't need to do anything already. Okay, so it's not about this and about this. Okay, how do we truly understand? Is you use wisdom, analytical meditation and wisdom. You have to meditate on it. And then you see, it's like very simple, right? Many people ask me how to meditate on it. Okay, 你有没有看戏看到流眼泪过啊？啊，有吗？看戏看到流眼泪吗？你知道那个戏是假的是吗？看戏是假的是吗？可是你是伟大喊要流眼泪是吗？you when you watch a movie and it's a very sad movie and then you cannot take it, and then you are triggered and then you cry, right? So you know what? And and the best thing is, the movie is fake, They're playing with your emotions, right? And then now the best thing is you're paying somebody to play with your emotions. And then you clap and thank the person, play me more, play me, play me. I'm open for you to play. Right? So so when you do Dharma practice, you do meditation, it's the same. When you do analytical meditation, we think and we reflect. It's the same. How to do analytical meditation is exactly the same thing is, you see, like watching a movie. Except that in movie, you let all the emotions, you are awash with emotions and this and that. But when you are with so that's with movie, and when analytical meditation or with meditation, you are with awareness. So you see, and then you experience, and then what happens is that you just let it be. Okay. If you plant a seed in a pot and you water it, you let it be, isn't it? You let the thing be, and you let it sprout and you let it grow, right? You cannot force, you say, I don't care. Because of me, I bought the seed, I watered the plant, I put the fertilizer, you must sprout now, immediately, and you must become a magic plant. That only happens on TV. That only happens on movies. Magic, I think people say have this, what do you call? Jack and the Beanstalk. Right? Jack and the Beanstalk, something like that, isn't it? Right? So with that, we understand we have to let things be. Okay? So similarly, when we do meditation time, whatever subject you want to meditate upon, you have to meditate and let it be. This is something is important for everybody to experience. We have to let things be. Okay? So, how other people feel, other people suffering, and you want to be this and that, we don't need to, you don't need to. There's no necessity. So how do you know? The question here say, how do we truly understand and feel for the merit of pain that people go through? Then go and watch watch horror movie, watch sad movie, watch if you are not scared, not scared, then go and watch uh maybe some movies that got possession, maybe Thai ghost horror movies, or Chinese real horror movies, or watch something sad movie, love story, all these kind of things that oh, then you see it, all everything comes naturally. Okay, yeah. Next question here says, how should one identify the right time and conditions, and how to request a Lama or Rinpoche to be one's root guru? How to identify the right time and condition is that, okay, first of all, you have to find a guru that is not fake. Okay, don't need to wayang one. No need to, just he is himself. And what does it mean by he is himself is that he is able to speak to you at a heart-to-heart level that shows you the nature of your own condition or your own mind. Okay? That's all. You're able to talk, you can understand each other. That's a very important. Okay? How to request? We know everything is cause, condition, and effect. At the same time, conditionally, effect, conditioning, cause. So what you want within this relationship is that you create a condition of making offerings as such, and then making a request. Make the request, make a request, make the offering, and then the condition of thought, deed, and action. Then it becomes something that is meaningful. Okay, so like that. Next question is, what makes a holy day holy? What makes a holy place holy? Wow. I feel every time teaching, it's like exam. Okay. On the spot exam, oral exam for me, So many teacher, so many, what do you call this? Invigilators looking at me. Okay. So what makes a holy day holy? I know it's easy to say, but because I'm not enlightened, I follow the safe path of all what my gurus consider to be holy. I follow what my gurus consider to be holy. That's my honest answer. Okay. But how to make every day holy is more important. Motivation is what makes your everyday holy. So it's like, standard days, first day of the month, 8th day of the month, 15th day of the month, right? Then the 10th day of the month, 25th day of the month, the last day of the month, all this, there are some pretty standard days that everybody says is holy. Then I want to say is like, on my side, personally on my side, when my guru teach me and share with me, then it becomes holy when you have a good motivation. The motivation of renunciation, the motivation of bodhicitta. It doesn't matter if you don't have the view of emptiness or the experience of emptiness yet, but at least you have these two, right? We know samsara is suffering. We know we want to have the heart of bodhicitta, the heart of the spirit of enlightenment. Okay? So from there, we can adjust our mind and do purification practice or study or recitation or meditation. It becomes holy already. Okay? So what makes a place holy? Okay, what makes a place holy? Because everybody says that this one is a holy place, this one is most holy place. Everybody likes to use the word most. Okay? Yeah. My own experience, a place is holy when a practitioner practice at that place and they gain some realization. Okay? That means in that whole area, that whole area, that practitioner, definitely his or her practice has benefited the local community of humans, gods, and demigods. And they also support this practitioner. Okay, and therefore have some good auspicious result. Then maybe have this realization, have some awakening, and have some that place, like for example, I don't know whether you experienced before, or maybe this place, many people had fights there, quarrels there, or hauntings there, or have some evil spirits there, or that place feels very eerie and everything. And then some being with a great compassion and great love, like this, and goes there, and they sit there, and then they do prayer and this and then instantaneously, almost instantaneously, as they may be doing their prayer, or even they just go there to sleep, that place starts to feel different. We are all energy beings. We are all energy beings, right? People can say the best words, but feeling is feeling. Tiobo, right? That's why there are people who like it when the guru says lim pe wa, right? And then there are times where people this feeling is feeling because it's something that is very real. Okay, it's very real, and it's very honest, and it's very open. Okay, so when we come together, okay, so when come together, that's why it's important for us to come together to practice. Okay, like you come together, you can practice Guru Puja. Okay, you come together, you can do some recitation together. Okay, these are all very important things that we can do to collectively together, even though if we are not realized beings, even though if we are not awakened beings. Okay, but we can still make the effort to come together. Like today, right now, we have 130 of you Okay, and except for behind, I don't know if there is no last two pages. Photo is camera is off, right? So for those is there, for those of you who switched on, then yes, thank you. I can see, right? I can see. And then so therefore then this becomes an honest connection. It's not like a switch off and then who knows, maybe you lie down and sleep or go shopping. Right? So what makes the place holy? Make the place holy is you are willing, I am willing. This is what makes a place holy. Okay? You are willing, I am willing. We come together to listen, to talk, to share, to connect, and then we make a shift. Slowly we make a shift in the way we think, we reflect, and we feel. And that's enough. Man man lai. Okay, so I feel that is the best way. We do it step by step. Do it slowly. Then it will be okay, right? So that's how place becomes holy. So there's a fifth question. Is it considered disrespectful to deities if we recite in our mind mantras instead of rebuking bad words during a happy or angry conversation? For example, if I'm talking back instead of talking back rudely to someone, I chant inside my mind, Om Mani Padme Hum. Is this considered disrespectful to the deities? Thank you. Let's put it this way. Do you do prostration to your mobile phone? Do you do prostrations to your mobile phone? No, right? We don't do prostration. Okay. Do you put the mobile phone on your head and say, oh, this mobile phone, oh, very holy, this? Do you do that? No, right? So it's basically like this. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, when they become enlightened, similarly for you, when people make use of you, you should feel happy. You should feel happy people are making use of you. You should feel happy that people ask you to help because you succeeded. Okay? You have some kind of stability, some kind of capability that is stable. So people ask you, request you, isn't it? So what's there to feel about the disrespectful? In fact, I think the Om Mani Padme Hum chant will be very happy if you are bad mood, instead of scolding other people, you recite Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme. This is excellent. Right? So it's like a saying, how many of you, I think almost everybody bring the mobile phone to the toilet, isn't it? Right? You bring your mobile phone to the toilet, and then why is it not disrespectful to your mobile phone? Your mobile phone inside have a holy pictures, unholy pictures. Your mobile phone have all kinds of things, right? Your work things, your personal things, your appointments and everything. Then it's supposed to be great bodhisattva phone, isn't it? Then you can bring your mobile phone into the toilet, and that is not considered unholy or disrespectful. Then similarly, so then you must also understand then, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are everywhere. If you're angry or you're in a difficult situation, then they say that, oh, this is not clean place. Oh, down here got meat. I cannot chant Om Mani Padme Hum. Then poor thing lah. Who suffer? Anyway, where got no meat? Even we are made of meat. Right? Especially me. Fat, more meat. Isn't it? So that's what I'm saying. Okay. If you have difficulty and a recitation, there's no thinking, no thoughts. You don't need to worry about being disrespectful. In fact, I feel if you can remember to recite mantras, I feel that Buddhas and Bodhisattvas rejoice in, you can remember. Okay. All right. So, anybody have any other questions? Okay. So, I would like to switch to Zoom teaching from now onwards, other than just teaching from Facebook. Okay. So, this is my wish, right? And also, then it won't be a situation where Malacca students want just Malacca teaching, Kota Tinggi student just want Kota Tinggi teaching, or then Singapore student, or then I'm finished, you know. Yeah. Actually, now I'm in like a doing sort of like a retreat, open retreat. Okay, so I'm very 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 busy. I have to sleep very early, and because I wake up very early, I've got many things to do. I've got many things to recite. Okay, so anyway, this is my honest sharing. Okay, my honest sharing, and so I'm praying for all of you. Okay, yeah. Anybody got any other questions, please?
Hi Rinpoche. I think Jiang has a question for you. Jia Rong. I will spotlight him.
Okay.
Okay, Jiang, you can ask a question now.
Good evening, Rinpoche. Thank you for your teaching today. My question today is more or less related to last week retreat. So we mentioned that during the 7 line prayers, where in the past when we recited, Dakinis actually appeared. So my question would be more like, do we actually see text as though as they're like sticker, or as though they are like Dharma teaching that's actually, in a sense, written for us? Reason is that these days, I mean, even for myself, we actually as practitioners, we don't actually see Dakinis manifested. So, is there a possibility that the person who written such stories, they actually have a pure perspective, that they actually see really practitioners as Dakinis, that they actually, in a sense, when they tell this story?
Number one, this go on to the very fundamental root of Dharma, is that, is there a reason to for these past people to lie or not? Do they have any benefit not by lying about the reality of Dakinis or not? Do they even get 1 rupee? You see, many of such ancient teachings, this and that, they were shared down, passed down, you know, and of course there are beings who have a pure perception, and then therefore they could directly perceive, they can directly see. Even if you have a direct realization and perception, Dakini can be your very own wife. Okay, yeah. So, but the Dakini is not the Dakini that you want. Maybe look, oh, very beautiful, very nice, and maybe has to be very sexy, and this Dakini can be very direct. Okay, and the enlightened Dakinis, they are different from normal human beings, and you can actually feel it. They are not normal. They are not normal human beings in a sense. All right, they are able to manifest many things, even if they didn't go for those courses or this and that. You know, they are able to manifest. They are able to change very many things and situations just by them being there, just by them leading, sharing, training, or teaching, or how you want to see it. You see, the main thing is that, right, what is the meaning of Dakini? It means this being is dancing in the space of emptiness. This being is bodhisattva. Already have, if this person can see emptiness, this person definitely have renounced, knows about samsara and knows this, you know. They want, it's like a sticker, one stick on a Teflon plate or Teflon wok, non-stick wok. How do you stick, cannot stick. You can be there, but it won't stick. And then next thing is, definitely Dakini is Mahayana Dharma, for the benefit for all sentient beings, having the spirit of enlightenment. So this tree is very, very important. Okay, so even if we say some Dakini, some people say that, oh, maybe they got pure view and this and that and stuff, like only they can see, or ordinary people cannot see this and that, or I'm just ordinary, this and that, who isn't ordinary? Okay, who isn't ordinary? For example, one very good some advice, it says here, right? In difficult times, you may feel that it is helpful to be sharp and critical with aggressive people around you. This approach will just be a source of distress and confusion to you. Okay, so it says, speak calmly. Okay, speak calmly. That's a sincere advice. Okay, so you see, next one it says, intending to be helpful without personal investment. You tell your friends what is really wrong with them. You may have been honest, but your words, will gnaw at their heart. Okay, speak pleasantly. That's my sincere advice. Anyway, this is the advice from Long Chenpa, I think. Yes, Long Chenpa. Right. We engage in discussions defending our views and refuting others, thinking that you are clarifying the teaching of Buddha. Okay, but this gives rise to emotional wounds and emotional wounds, right? So keep quiet. That's sincere advice. Because all beings also have their own levels. All beings also at their own levels. Feeling that you're being loyal by being partial to your teacher, lineage, or philosophical tradition, boasting yourself and putting down others, that causes hard feelings. Okay, so have nothing to do with this. That's also a sincere advice. Right? So everybody who want to practice their tradition, their style, and this and that, rejoice that they are practicing. Right? Rejoice they are practicing, and then slowly we have to cultivate skillfulness to try to encourage people to do better. Okay, we want to. So you see, what is the real secret meaning of being a bodhisattva? You want to know? Do you all want to know? Okay. If you all really want to know the real secret meaning and training of a bodhisattva is this: we all have to retrain and rethink our own mind how to be a leader, not to be a boss. Right? A bodhisattva encourages and make people want to practice, by leading, not forcing. Right? Okay? So all of us, in this way, we think, is that all of us really need to cultivate and train to become a leader. Okay, so I use this modern term leader, so that everybody, because I say boss and leader, everybody knows. Okay, so a bodhisattva's training is to, all of us have to train how to think and feel and work like a leader. Then we can really readjust and rethink many things ourselves. right? Okay? So 菩萨就是不是菩萨不是老板了，老板也不习惯做老板的，跟老板的性格是很难做菩萨的，要发愿的，要求菩萨加持。OK， 我们要练习做领导。Very mainland China term 领导。How to say leader in Chinese? Not China style. I also can't remember. My Chinese flop. Mr. Wong Wai Fong, how to say leader in Chinese? Or Emily?
领袖啊，
领袖啊？啊？
主管，
主管？主管 supervisor。
哦，
现在美国那里天气很好啊。
呀，今天非常好，风和日丽的。
哎呀，想去他家。
哦，
当然。
不要告诉我，等一下每个人都会想去你的家。
哦，欢迎欢迎，我怎么样领导大家来我们家
Yeah. If you know, so Emily, her house is her property is maybe the size of Kota Tinggi. Yeah, so it's very nice, big field and everything, very beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so how we should think, how we should feel, it should be like that of a leader, right? If this other person in the team, so we are all team Tikchen. Okay, we are all team Buddha, not team Tikchen. Tikchen doesn't matter. Tikchen is just a label. Tikchen is actually Mahayana, but don't think of Tikchen trolling like we are like a secret society like that. Cannot. We think Tikchen means Mahayana, big-heartedness, team big heart, team big love. You understand? Okay, so this is how I want to set our mind, team, big love team, big-hearted team. So like this, in this way, we all practice. All right, everybody understand? Right? Okay, any other questions? So I feel this is nice. So you see, we have a student from Kota Tinggi, from Malacca, from Singapore, from America, all come together. The easy, one shot. I don't need to give separate teaching. I don't need to do many different time zone. Okay? Babette is also here, and also somebody from mainland China is in.
Yes, hello,
Yes.
Rinpoche. Sorry, I have no camera this morning, so you just see my name, Barbara. Sorry.
It's okay. Thank you for attending teaching. Right?
Rinpoche, I think Totem Pema has a question for you.
Yes.
Hello，师傅，我就想向您问好，我在中国，我们这边很久没看到你了。
你在哪里？
我们这边没有疫情，很好。
哦，OK，很好。
从西藏回来，然后想回新加坡看您了，现在也看到你了，我又不想回新加坡了。
那你就乖乖待在那里吧。那你就乖乖。OK, next.
就说有 question
我在看电影啊，谢谢师傅让我们看电影。
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for teaching. So there's a lot of definition about leaders. Would like to request you to, from the Buddhist point of view, or from Mahayana point of view, what is the qualities of the leaders?
Quality, I feel the quality of a leader should be, number one, if we say Mahayana point of view, that the leader should be compassionate. the foundation of all good qualities, is compassion. There is no one being that doesn't appreciate compassion. So we have to understand from there. Next one, the leader should have something that is, he should have loving kindness, and also have the heart that is not judgmental of others. Okay. And the other very important thing is that for a Buddhist leader, is that it's very important to have to inspire others, to be better version of themselves. Like you see, I don't want you to be me, because you are you. You just need to be a better version of your old self. You don't need to become me, or we don't need to become His Holiness Dalai Lama. We don't need to become like Chara Rinpoche. We don't need to become like Lama Sopa Rinpoche. We just need to be a better whatever we are, and we just need to do this upgrade. Okay, we need to do this upgrading. Is very important. Okay, so from here, then is next step that is important is to be able to let other people comprehend what you are trying to say. I know many people say communication is important, but you must also understand screaming and quarreling is also communicating, and the other person don't understand. So communication is important, but comprehension is the most important. So if other people cannot comprehend what you're talking about, then really even maybe the most famous teachers and this and that, then it just becomes a brand name, right? So sometimes, like, I see, great and famous lamas and this and that, versus like what people say, like a village lama or village teacher. The village teacher probably see you grow up, or maybe your local teacher is the one that sees you grow up, knows what you've gone through and this and that, so therefore knows you, knows your name. How many great famous lamas knows you, or famous teacher, this and that? So it's not so much about fame or this and that, but really it should be something that is that we can really try to understand, the what the other person needs. Now to be a leader, we must be able to separate very clearly what the other person want may not be what the other person need. Like, for example, some people may be in a situation that they want to be in love, or they in their mind is only this one person is correct for them. Then they see everybody else is wrong. Right? So, like, similarly to what I was explaining just now, as a leader, we have to let people understand. Actually, they can unlock their own predicaments, or when they want to get advice, they will only listen to the advice only if the advice is suitable for their ears. But when we talk about real Dharma cultivation, then really Dharma cultivation is something that is suitable for them to grow. may not be nice to hear, but it is, for lack of a better word, should be something that is tailored to suit them. Just like you see, maybe let's say we say a Chinese doctor who don't know all these famous medicines and famous herbs are good for health, right? But not every kind of this, or not any of all this medicine. For example, ask you to eat ginseng every day, probably it's not going to work, or ask you to eat turmeric every day, it's probably not going to work. But it has to be something that based on our own constitution, physical constitution, and then after that we adjust as accordingly to the physical need of the other persons, right? So to be a leader is also to have some experience. So open-mindedness is very, very important to me personally, to be open-minded. If a person is not open-minded, then become very, very small, or this must be like this, it must be like that, and after that then it becomes meaningless. Okay, open-minded. So that's my honest sharing with you. Hi Tree, do you have a video on? Okay, any other questions, please?
Good evening,
Rinpoche, so far
Rinpoche.
there's no question on the ground.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Good evening. Good morning. Good evening, Rinpoche. So when Rinpoche, I'm so glad, all the tech controlling in different, all the world, we are all together here. So maybe just like each individual has different needs, and maybe each Dharma center has their own needs as well. So would Rinpoche enlighten us in general or in specific what each Dharma center needs in general? And for me, I'm requesting Rinpoche enlighten us in tech controlling USA. What is tech controlling USA needs? Would you please kindly guide us? Thank you.
Then my answer is that I feel Teaching Chuling USA needs the people there needs the most important, I feel, need support and need love. I know maybe this is a Western cultural thing. From there, I experience when I'm there. You all can talk about work and this and that, but then after that, somehow, somewhere, you don't call people, you don't text people, you don't, everything. Then there's a line because privacy is very important, and personal time is very important, and this and that. So maybe that is something to do with the Western culture, right? And so it's different over here. People are in groups, people probably don't care what time they send messages. So even 1 a.m., 2 a.m., the messages come in and this and that. So we just have to accept it as such. But the important thing is, I feel, people are maybe, for lack of a better word, in America, sometimes I feel people are too afraid to care for one another, too afraid to talk about their own situations. So I feel most important, of course, all of us here should pray and dedicate to Teaching Choling USA in Syracuse. You know, that I want to say for you all are really doing well. Of course, things can be better, but everybody is very busy. You are in a condition over there where, as what the Dharma text says, you know, Dharma has the least or no priority in the people. In the mind is just money, is and working and having their own time, your own time, their own space and everything. So accumulating merit is very important. So how to accumulate merit? You know, maybe we should all think about. You should think about how you all can be a community leader, or you know, for the people over there, or for and everybody supporting and helping one another. I think that is very important. Okay, to show love, care, and concern, and also to accept love, care, and concern. Yeah. So that's my honest word for all of you over there. Okay. So
Thank you, Rinpoche.
welcome. So okay, I think there's no other question for today. So I will see you all next week.
Let's offer a Thanksgiving mandala. Omahu, Omahu, Omahu. This crown anointed with perfume, strawberry flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and the moon. Offer in visualization as a field of Buddhas. No sentient being thus enjoying this pure land. Om Yidam Guru Randa Mandala Gumniya Tayam. With that, we shall recite, do together long life prayer for our Guru, Singha Rinpoche. Om Savasti, let the countless light rays that radiate from the Ruby Mountain, exquisite Amrita, you, Lord of everlasting life, who captivates the one does not tire of seeing, whose essence of infinite life, the nectar and immortality, please instantly grant our Guru the city of stable and everlasting life. You are intelligent and skillful in upholding the traditions of Buddha, spreading holy Dharma through explanation of practices, in order to lead disciples on the path to liberation. You are the one who is unequal guide. Please live a long and stable life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to enjoy excellent health. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to live a long life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru that Dharma activities spread and flourish far and wide. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru bless me to never be separated from you. In all my future births, may I never be separated from my perfect Guru. May I always enjoy the magnificent Dharma. And by completing the quality of stages and path, may I quickly attain instead of Vajradhara. Okay, let's do a dedication of merits. Due to these merits, may I soon attain the enlightened state of Guru Buddha, that may I be able to liberate all sentient beings from their sufferings. May the precious Bodhi mind nurture bond arise and grow. May the bond have no decline but increase forevermore. 你每则为的千千瑞zich, 追美堪培王波张培呀，刚全堪培尔多见宗噶巴，罗僧卓培舍那所瓦的，你每则为的千千瑞zich, 追美堪培王波张培呀，刚全堪培尔多见宗噶巴，罗僧卓培舍那所瓦的，明灭则为的千千瑞zich, 追美堪培王波张培呀，刚全堪培尔多见宗噶巴，罗僧卓培舍那所瓦的。Thank you.